Look it up. I'll give this to her.
Test, test, test. We're good. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Erin Sorenzia, and I'm the manager of community relations for Magna International. And I also manage our neighborhood network office, which is just down the road and is the official volunteer center for the town of Aurora, which we're very proud of. I am also a proud Aurora resident. I am one of your volunteer co-chairs of the Community Recognition Advisory Committee. And I am truly honored to be here this evening as your Master of Ceremonies for the 2022 Town of Aurora Community Recognition Awards in person. Yay! As we begin tonight's ceremony, I'd like to start by first acknowledging that the land on which we're gathered is the traditional and treaty territory of the Anishinaabe and many other nations whose presence here continues to this day. As a municipality, Aurora has a shared responsibility for the stewardship of this land. We further acknowledge that Aurora is part of the treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit, recognized through Treaty Number 13, as well as the Williams Treaties of 1923. A shared understanding of the rich cultural heritage that has existed for centuries and of how our collective past has brought us to where we are today will help us all walk together into a better future. And when we think about a better future, about building better communities together, which is our motto at Neighborhood Network, we know that this cannot happen without volunteers. Volunteers are the heart and soul of our community. And tonight we are here to celebrate the countless contributions that volunteers and community leaders have made in keeping Aurora the vibrant and incredible town that it continues to be. Before we go into our formal presentations tonight, just some brief housekeeping items. I'd like to kindly ask that everyone turn your cell phones off, or if you are taking photos, put your cell phones on silent or vibrate out of respect for our award recipients. We'd also like to ask that you please remain seated for the duration of this ceremony, unless of course you are receiving an award, and I will call you up when it's time for you to receive your award. And then immediately following the ceremony, everyone is invited to join us up in the Skylight Gallery up on the 3rd floor, where we'll have cake, beverages, and some light refreshments. Did someone say yes for cake? That's how I feel. Yeah, that's how I feel about cake too. I would now like to recognize the members of council who are with us this evening. They're seated here, but please give a little wave when I call your name. Mayor Tom Marakis. Councillor Harold Kims, I apologize. Councillor Sandra Humphreys. Councillor Michael Thompson. Councillor Rachel Gilliland. Councillor John Gallo. And unfortunately, Councillor Gartner couldn't be with us this evening, but she does send her congratulations to all of tonight's winners. Now, in true Aurora form, we have many past Citizens of the Year in our midst tonight as well. So I'm not going to call you all by name, but I would like you to please stand and give a little wave so we can acknowledge all of you for your longtime contributions to Aurora. And I'd also like to take, oh, thank you. Tell me I don't have to do anything with that. Okay, good. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the very dedicated volunteers of our Community Recognition Advisory Committee who have been part of making tonight's evening possible. My fellow co-chair, Brian North, who's over here. Diane Buchanan, who's over here. Elaine Martini, did I see Elaine? I'm not sure if she's here, but Elaine, thank you. Joanne Spitzer, who's at the back. Paul Martin, who's over here. And Mayor Marakis, and we know where he's sitting. And I just want to say, because it has been 4 years and, you know, this is coming to the end of our time as a volunteer committee, but it's been a pleasure to be on this committee with all of you and to learn from all of you and work together as volunteers on behalf of Aurora. So thank you again for giving your time tonight and over the past 4 years. And I can speak for the entire committee when I say, which we do say this every year, but I think this year more than ever coming out of the pandemic, oh my gosh, what a challenge it was adjudicating this year. We were so blown away by the caliber of all the amazing nominations. And it really is a testament to tonight's recipients. You know, you're all in such good company. So we're very excited to be here tonight and celebrate all of you. We'd also like to thank the Rotary Club of Aurora for being our hospitality sponsor this evening for the reception that will follow our ceremony. And thanks to Print Graphics for sponsoring the printing for tonight's event. Now, this is not my first time that I've had the privilege of hosting this ceremony. Last time I was here, I was voluntold by someone who's very special to me. And we did acknowledge him, but he is in the audience. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge someone who's a personal mentor to me, who I'm like now feel like my dad is watching me present and I'm extra nervous, and who's just a great example of giving back and volunteering in Aurora. So hi, Steve. I wish you were up here with me. And I think this also happened when Steve and I co-hosted this event. I noticed that a very special thank you was not put in my script, which makes a lot of sense given who this person is, but I would like to acknowledge Shelley Ware. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, which I'd be shocked if you didn't know who Shelley is, but Shelley is the Recreation Supervisor of Special Events for the town of Aurora. She's sitting right there and really embarrassed that I'm doing this. And as much as she gives all of us as a volunteer committee credit, this event simply wouldn't happen without Shelley. So thank you, Shelley, from our committee and from our town for all that you do. And now, you know, we're all getting to know each other. So I feel like I need to make a little confession to everyone here tonight, because there's a lot of Aurora pride in this room. We can all feel it. And it seems like it's the right time for me to admit to you that I was raised in Newmarket. I know. So I know it's very shocking, and Newmarket and Aurora have quite this rivalry. But I mentioned at the beginning that I am an Aurora resident. And when I first moved here, I was a little bit hesitant, didn't know what, how it was going to be with this rivalry. And I thought, oh gosh, Newmarket, 20 years, how can I ever, what can ever compete with that town? Well, that didn't take very long for those feelings to go away. All those worries subsided. the welcoming community, the friendliness, just the sense of community in Aurora. It shines through with everyone that you meet and interact with here in this town. And now I am very much Aurora proud. And I couldn't agree more with our town motto that here in Aurora, you're in good company. And I mean that literally, like all of you are case in point. You are incredible company to keep. And Aurora is lucky to have each and every one of you as friends, as neighbors, as business owners, and as volunteers. And no matter where you go in this town, whether you're walking through a park, whether you are visiting a local recreation center, attending a special event or a fundraiser, you are in the exceptional company of individuals who are donating their time and energy to make Aurora a better place. And that's why, again, it really is such an honor to be here tonight with all of you. And there will be lots of applause tonight, but I just want to extend one applause from me to all of you as a special thank you. All right, and now for those who are able, I would like to ask you to stand and join me as our 2021 Aurora Teen Idol, Isabel Cattle, leads us in the singing of O Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in our lovers command. Tomasi portilipe, il te portila quoi. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Wow. Okay, I'm feeling a little bad about myself. I'm not gonna lie. Isabel, that was incredible. I mean, oh my gosh. Wow. Congratulations. Great job. Thank you so much. All right. And now for the main event, we are about to head into the awards presentations. And I just want to thank, I know I mentioned this again, our committee had such a difficult job with adjudications this year, but we also want to say a special thank you to all of those who nominated people tonight. We all know that volunteers don't give back to be recognized. Many probably are a little uncomfortable with the recognition, but it is definitely recognition that is deserved, and it's special when it happens, and it encourages others to get involved and give back in the community. So a special thank you to everyone who took the time to submit a nomination for someone for this year's awards. So we will begin tonight's ceremony with recipients of the Volunteer Service Awards, starting with recognition for 20 years of volunteer service. When we asked for nominations, many public service groups came forward to recognize those who help run these indispensable community programs and organizations. The Second Aurora Scouting Group would like to recognize Barbara Barker for her 20 years of volunteer service. In the 20 years Barbara has been involved with Scouting Aurora, she has held many roles like beaver leader, treasurer, she's coordinated Apple Day and the annual banquet. And whenever she's had the opportunity, Barbara has also focused her efforts on speaking to parents and advocating for the benefits of the Scouting movement, which is so important. Barbara has received the Long Service Medal and the Bar to the Medal of Good Service from Scouts Canada for all of her volunteer commitments. I would like to ask Councillor Gallo to please come forward. And as Councillor Gallo gets ready, we'll also ask Barbara to please come up and accept your award. Barbara, thank you for being our guinea pig and going first. So now we know there's 2 photos, award recipients, okay? We'll hold for 2 photos. The 5th Aurora Scouting Group would like to recognize Terry and Wayne Briggs for their 20 years of service to this organization. Very soon after Wayne and Terry moved to Aurora, they became involved with the Scouting Group. After a couple of years, they ran the pack, offering adventures and creative solutions for survival in the outdoors to local youths. When the town approached the 5th Aurora Scouting Group to partner for the new Haunted Forest event back in 2007, Wayne and Terry jumped in, providing countless static displays and decorating an entire family-friendly cabin. During COVID, they also supported the town by providing displays for the haunted greenhouse and contributed their props to other participants in the display. And Wayne and Terry have also volunteered for many other town events, including Aurora Santa Under the Stars Parade and Canada Day for over a decade. Together, Terry and Wayne have affected the lives of more than 300 youth over the 20 years they have been in Aurora. I'd again like to ask Councillor Gallo to come up, and I'll also invite Terry and Wayne to come forward and receive their 20-year service award. Okay, 3 photos, not 2. Audience, gotta help me out. Our next 20-year recipient is from the 2nd Aurora Scouting Group, William McCleary. William has taken on many roles with the group over the past 20 years. He has led the Beaver Colony, then moved on to the Cubs, the Scouts, and eventually the Venturers groups. Each time with each group, William took on the position as contact leader, whose responsibilities included organizing the weekly meetings, training new volunteers, and working with the other sections to ensure that the organization ran smoothly. William has shown hundreds of youth the purpose and benefits of the Scouting movement. And for his contributions to Scouting, William has been awarded the Long Service Medal, the Medal of Merit, and the Commemorative Scouting Centennial Medal from Scouts Canada. Again, I'd like to ask Councillor Gallo to come forward. And William, if you can please come forward as well to receive your award. And William is not here, so Councillor Gallo will accept the award on William's behalf. And thank you so much. And let's have a round of applause for William. Now, I think I saw, yes, Cheryl from Marquee is over here. So we're going to switch from Scouts. I know Scouts are amazing, but we're going to switch now. Our next 20-year award recipient is from Marquee Theatrical Productions, and we are recognizing Peter Thorman for his 20 years of volunteer service. Peter is an exceptional member of the Marquee volunteer team. He is a master carpenter and helps build all the various theater sets needed for productions. When he first started with Marquis, his day job was actually constructing industrial buildings, but those projects lacked a little creativity. So Peter decided to volunteer with Marquis and get those creative juices flowing. He has created astounding sets. For example, with Beauty and the Beast production, he built the structure of the entire castle on one side, which would then spin around, not interfere with the curtains, which I'm told is very important. And on the back side would be Gaston's pub. He has donated countless of hours of volunteer time, and his contributions have been gratefully appreciated. In addition to all of his set work, Peter has also served on Marquis' board of directors and as a past president. And I'd like to ask Councillor Gallo to come forward. And Peter, please come forward to receive your 20-year service award. Congratulations to all our 20-year service award recipients. Our next category of volunteer service awards is recognizing 25 or more years of service here in Aurora. The Aurora Girl Guides would like to recognize Mary Haberer for her 25 years of volunteer service. And Mary, when I read this in the script, this is so relatable, and I love this about you. Mary is a die-hard Girl Guide. She is one of those Girl Guides who's never really left the organization after she completed her own time as a Girl Guide. She went from being a youth member to becoming a Sparks Guider, and she is currently volunteering in a Brownie unit. Mary is known as Mary Smiley Owl because she is always smiling and has the most positive attitude, and it is contagious with all the girls in her unit. I'd like to ask Councillor Gilliland to come forward, and Mary, please to come forward and receive your award. Congratulations, Mary. All right, we're now going to move into our 30-year volunteer service awards. And the Aurora Girl Guides has another outstanding recipient that they are going to recognize. Suzanne Charlebois Bin has dedicated 30 years of service to the club. She has volunteered for many unit positions with Sparks, Brownies, Pathfinders, and Ranger Leader units, and often volunteering in multiple units at a time. Suzanne has also been active on her local Girl Guide Council as a membership advisor, a treasurer, a program advisor, and most importantly, district commissioner, where she oversaw 15 units, ensuring that the needs of the volunteers were met. Suzanne has also volunteered at the week-long camp for 21 years, where she holds down the positions of site guide, program chair, and camp director. This camp was 100% staffed by volunteers, which is incredible, and hosts up to 125 kids for a week each summer. I'd like to ask Councillor Thompson to come forward, and Suzanne to please come forward and receive your award. Now, our next 3 service awards, this is really astounding to me. We're going into our 35-year service award, and we've officially at the point where these individuals have been volunteering longer than I have been alive, which is not said to make you feel bad, quite the contrary, it's beyond inspirational. So I'd like to recognize now Bob Cole for his 35 years of volunteer service with the 2nd Aurora Scouting Group. Within the club, Bob is known as Scouter Bob, and he has been a group committee member, a group commissioner, quartermaster, and a scouter helping in all sections and most positions. He was also assistant deputy commissioner for this area of South Lake Simcoe. And when other volunteers have taken on leadership roles, Bob takes the time to help them grow. He helps mentor them and they help learn in their volunteer positions. Another loved role of Bob is he is known as Lieutenant Colonel Flapjack, which I'm assuming is related to pancakes, at the Fort George Scout Brigade. This camp brings scouting personnel from Canada and the United States to fall and winter activities at Fort George and Niagara-on-the-Lake. Bob's contributions to the scouting movement have had a positive impact to hundreds of youth within the community. I'd like to ask Councillor Humphreys to now come forward and Bob to come forward and receive your 35-year service award. Our next category of volunteer service awards is recognizing 40 years of volunteer service. The 2nd Aurora Scouting Group would like to recognize Robert Kennedy for 40 years of volunteer service. Robert is presently the group commissioner of the 2nd Aurora Scouting Group. He has been a beaver leader, a cub leader, a scout leader, and has worked as camp staff at 2 scouting facilities in Haliburton and Woodland Trails. He is also very hands-on when it comes to assisting the sections at all of their events and will participate in many of their meetings. Recently, when the group was unable to find indoor facilities during the pandemic, he made contacts with all of his associates and was able to secure meeting space, which was so important. Robert has advanced training in the Scout section, and for his service to Scouting, he has been awarded the Long Service Medal and the Medal of Merit from Scouts Canada. I'd like to ask Councillor Kim to come forward and Robert to come forward and receive your 40-year service award. And our final volunteer service award for the evening recognizes 40 years of service. The Aurora Legion Branch 385 would like to recognize Carol Preston for her 45 years of volunteer service. Carol started volunteering with the Legion in 1977, and since then has held multiple positions on the Ladies Auxiliary, such as secretary, second vice president, president, treasurer, and more. She has also held executive positions within the branch, like president and chairperson of training and organization development, just to name a few. Carol is always willing to lend a hand. Behind the scenes, she jumps in whenever it's needed, like cleaning the kitchen, especially if no one is around. Carol is proactive in getting all her tasks done, and she never needs to be asked to help. Her presence has been an inspiration around the Legion for many decades. She is a hardworking volunteer and she's lots of fun to be around. I'd like to ask Councillor Kim to come forward, and Carol, please come forward and receive your 45-year volunteer service award. And our final service award, another 45 years of volunteer service, which again, just blows my mind, is from the Aurora Girl Guides. And we are recognizing Deborah Simerson. Deborah has been a Spark Guider, a Guide Guider, and is currently a Brownie Guider with the 3rd Aurora Brownies. Deborah has also held many local Girl Guide Council positions over the years, including membership advisor, training advisor, and lending her expertise to spend countless of hours of time to mentor many, many new volunteers who've joined the Girl Guides. In the past, Deborah has also volunteered at Girl Guides of Canada for their week-long camp, where they provide challenging programming and care to our youth. I'd like to ask Councillor Kim to come forward, and Deborah, please to come forward and receive your 45-year service award. Congratulations and thank you again to all those amazing service award recipients. Now we're going to switch years from those with many years of volunteer service and move into our Youth Volunteer Award. And just because this award is going to someone young does not mean that this individual has not been impactful in his time with us. The Youth Award is presented to a young citizen for their volunteer efforts, a young citizen who has made a significant contribution to the community by demonstrating their commitment to being a positive leader. Tonight, we are proud to present the Youth Award to Michael Chen. Michael has volunteered with a variety of organizations, including co-chairing Aurora's Youth Engagement Committee. In this role, he provided positive moral support to his peers and encouraged the committee to get engaged with the wider community. Michael also contributed countless hours volunteering as the Special Ducks Aurora volunteer program as a swim coach, where he coached 25 swimmers with disabilities between the ages of 5 to 21. And Michael, this is where my Newmarket Aurora rivalry comes out, because I was a Newmarket Stingray, but I'll let it slide. During the pandemic, Michael recognized that there was a need for safe community service hours for his peers and classmates. Through his hard work, he was able to create Peer Mentors Aurora, a youth-led tutoring organization that has provided over 350 hours of free tutoring. This program also provided other students with both academic support as well as support for their mental well-being on a weekly basis. On top of all of this, Michael is well-spoken, a natural leader, and a wonderful example of how we should all participate in giving back to our community. And I'd like to direct your attention to the screens where we're going to hear from Michael why he volunteers and what this award means to him.
I was really humbled when I first learned that I was nominated and selected for the Town of Aurora Youth Volunteer of the Year award. For the past 2 years during the pandemic, I've been tutoring my brother and his friends, and went on to be just people that need help learning at home. Just a bunch of different subjects, and I got a bunch of my friends, a bunch of people into it as well. And over that process, I've really gotten close with my brother. We turned learning into something that was more of a game, something that was much more fun. And to see all those efforts recognized through this award was really, really gratifying. I felt really, really happy. And while I'm sure that there are other people in this town that have spent more hours than me and done something, similar, if not more, I'm still really grateful that I was selected this year, and I'd like to thank the town once again for recognizing me.
And to present Michael with the Youth Volunteer Achievement Award, I'd like to invite Councillor Gallo. And Michael, please come down and accept your award. And I just want to highlight, I think it really is a testament to who Michael is. If you noticed in his video that he said he was sure that there were probably others who were more deserving than him. So congratulations once again, Michael. Aurora is very lucky to have youth like you paving the way for our future. Next, we are presenting our Senior Volunteer Award. This award is presented to a citizen who is 55 years of age or older, who through their volunteer efforts has made a significant contribution to the community and has demonstrated their commitment to be a positive leader today and in the future. And tonight we are proud to present the Senior Volunteer Award to Jackie Cato. It is quite rare in life that you meet someone who gives back and shows kindness to others because that's just who they are. And their volunteerism seems to be innate rather than something that's learned or something that they're told to do. Jackie falls into this category. When you receive a caring card from Jackie, you know how heartfelt it is, and it can help soothe even those who are suffering the most. And I'm going to highlight just a few of Jackie's volunteer experience over the past decades. She started the Kettleby Co-op Nursery School, which is still operating 50 years later. She was president of the Victorian Order of Nursing, York Region, and was on the board for many years. She sold daffodils for the Cancer Society and regularly visited shut-ins in nursing homes and hospital settings. Jackie has a 42-year association with the Aurora United Church, where she oversaw 145 volunteers leading all of the youth educational programming initiatives. And as her nominators say, to know Jackie is to love her. She is always cheery and positive, and she continues to spread goodwill, love, and warmth to the Aurora community. Please direct your attention to the screen to hear from Jackie on why she volunteers.
My name is Jackie Cato, and I've been very honored to be nominated and I guess receiving the Seniors Volunteer Award. Doing something for others has always been a part of who I am, and prompted, I guess, by Brownings and Guides and Sunday School and various groups that have instilled that thought that one can be of help to others, then that's a good thing. I do quite a bit in the church aspect, which is visiting seniors in the long-term care facilities. However, that's been curtailed though because of the COVID situation, but we've been sending notes. And we deliver poinsettias at Christmas time and do as much as we can from the external aspect of things. And I certainly do things for my neighbors and friends and all the rest of it. And, you know, just little things, goodies on their doorsteps or whatever, you know, whatever you can think of to do. Because it's been a tough time this past couple of years for all of us, especially those of us who live alone. I'm extremely pleased and very grateful and very humbled by it, because I know there are so many, you know, able people who do very, very great things in the community. So I feel I'm kind of accepting it on behalf of all of those who do wonderful things, but here I am. So I'm very appreciative. Thank you very, very much.
And to present Jackie with the Senior Volunteer Award, I'd like to invite Councillor Gilliland to come forward. And Jackie, please make your way down to receive your award. Jackie, I'm going to have to talk to you later about where you live, because I'd like some of those treats on my doorstep too. Our next award is the Green Award, and this award is presented to an individual or organization that supports the protection, preservation, sustainability, or conservation of our natural environment. This award celebrates those who share the town's commitment to creating a greener community. And tonight we present the Green Award to Lisa Dwyer. Improving our natural environment takes a lot of hard work, knowledge, and sheer dedication, which Lisa has an abundance of. Lisa has dedicated more than 10 years coordinating the Nest Box Monitoring Program for Nature Aurora. Lisa recruits and trains volunteers to monitor hundreds of nest boxes and to maintain them while collecting research and data. And the purpose of this study is to monitor the health of 4 different bird species populations locally here in Aurora. This study shows how many eggs are laid each year and how many hatchlings survive, enabling appropriate strategies to be developed to help birds flourish in Aurora, which also contributes positively to the local ecosystem. To further help the birds, last year, Lisa coordinated the planting of hundreds of small trees in the David Tomlinson Nature Reserve. These trees will act as a buffer from nearby houses, allowing for birds and wildlife to feel more at home. Lisa also gives back in a variety of roles at the Aurora Community Arboretum, where she has spent countless hours planting the beautiful daffodil bulbs and trees, weeding in the nursery, mulching trees, and picking up garbage. She is also a dedicated volunteer for the Oak Ridges Trail Association and is working hard to rid the world of one-time use plastics. All of her efforts have contributed to keeping the Arboretum and Aurora a beautiful place and contributing positively to our town's ecosystem. Let's turn our attention to the screens and hear a little bit more from Lisa.
I'm grateful that the town recognizes that the efforts made by my friends and I are intended to make Aurora better in the long run for everyone. The Arboretum's efforts have enhanced a beautiful area, but the real benefit will be in the future when the climate has changed. I delight in spending my free time with folks who love to get their hands dirty and play in the weeds, plant, mulch, so that we can all enjoy something beautiful. I'm really proud of what's been accomplished when I hear that everyone has just discovered the daffodil field or the memorial bench, or a trail. Thank you to the town of Aurora.
And I'd like to ask Councillor Thompson to come forward, and Lisa, please come forward and receive the Green Award. Is Lisa here tonight? Oh, here she is. Okay, so I'm getting my snacks from Jackie. Lisa, we're going to talk about my baby robins in my backyard. This is very helpful. Thank you, everyone. Our next award is the Arts and Culture Award. This award is inspired by the Johnson's family. It is presented to an individual or group that has enhanced our community through their support or promotion of culture, music, visual, performing, or the literary arts. Tonight, we are very happy to present the Arts and Culture Award to Linda Welch. Linda is a dedicated volunteer who works for the benefit of visual artists in Aurora and beyond. Her efforts ensure that local artists have the ability to meet up, share their ideas, and of course, exhibit their art. For the past 7 years, she has led visual artists within the Society of York Region Artists. Linda has organized educational and entertaining meetings for members and has encouraged others to take on roles of responsibility within the society, which is so important for the sustainability of the organization. Linda is always the first one at meetings. She is ready to greet others and keep them informed of the many artistic opportunities within the community. She has also sought out and arranged events that enrich the artistic pursuits of artists, such as the En Plein Air exhibit, art shows, demonstrations, and workshops. Artists of all levels and experience take part in these events. Linda is instrumental with the planning and execution of the Society of York Region Artists art shows, as well as the annual Aurora Art Show and Sale, which offers an open door to the community at large. Community members are invited to appreciate the work of local artists, which is so important. Representing the Society of York Region Artists, Linda participates in a variety of other forums where she offers insights and opinions. She ensures that the voices of these artists are heard and is a true community leader who continues to enrich the lives of others. As the president of the Society of York Region Artists, Linda goes above and beyond the expectations of her role. Let's watch our screens and hear now from Linda on why she volunteers.
Hi, my name is Linda Welch. Thank you very much to the town for this honor. My family instilled a sense of volunteering, and every member of our family has been involved in some form, some way over the years. So it's no surprise that I followed suit. When I was working, I had status in that environment. And when I retired, it left a void. So volunteering gave me a renewed sense of purpose. Volunteering in different environments is educational, but it's also encouraging and inspirational to others who are just beginning their volunteering service. Volunteering gives you a sense of accomplishment, and whether it's for a one-day job or whether it's directing an organization, it's still a huge sense of satisfaction. The projects I believe most in are the ones involved with arts and culture, because they are key to a thriving community. In my current role, I collaborate with over 100 different organizations and individuals in local and regional arts and culture programs. The town politicians, and, other leaders. So namely, some of my best friends have come through volunteering. So thank you very much, Town of Aurora.
I'd like to ask Counselor Thompson to please come forward. And Linda, please come down to receive your award. Our next award is the Community Leadership Award. This award is presented to an individual or organization that has significantly enhanced the town through their contribution, commitment, and leadership in the areas of charitable giving, civic engagement, community events, or community spirit. Tonight's award is being presented to Welcoming Arms, which has been serving those in need in Aurora since 2006. Welcoming Arms is a true community leader and supporter. The services that Welcoming Arms offer have continued even throughout the pandemic and will continue in the future. And for those of you who don't have the privilege of knowing this amazing charity, just as a quick example, in the COVID-19 pandemic, as the numbers of people in need in our community have skyrocketed, these small but mighty group of volunteers have found a way to meet this need, to grow, to engage with local businesses, volunteers, donors, to provide support to Aurorans who are in true need through their community meal programs. Every Wednesday evening, the volunteers at Welcoming Arms serve approximately 150 people from our community, allowing them a hot meal, a full belly, and great company. In addition, these volunteers also serve approximately 50 people a hot lunch every Thursday. And these efforts have continued, as I said before, during, and will continue after the pandemic. Welcoming Arms is also part of the team that helps host the Christmas Dream Dinner, a warm celebratory meal open on Christmas Day to all those who cannot afford to provide one themselves or who might be spending Christmas alone. This special dinner started over 2 decades ago and continues to be a staple in the Aurora community. Their community support doesn't stop at meals. Welcoming Arms also partners with accountants each year who volunteer their time and knowledge to help those in need with free tax clinics. Welcoming Arms truly cares and takes care of those in our community that needs an extra hand. So now we will hear from Doug Steele from Welcoming Arms regarding this award.
Hi, I'm Doug Steele. I'm the chair of the Executive Council of Welcoming Arms and one of its 85 active volunteers who all work on either of our two community meal programs, Martha's Table and Welcome Table, or on our community outreach program, Virginia Gap. We are very grateful to the town for recognizing what we do, and we love what we do. And especially they're being grateful as an organization and all the volunteers we represent. Thank you very much.
And to present the Community Leadership Award, I'd like to ask Councillor Kim to come forward. And we have Susan Lanthier Doyle coming forward from Welcoming Arms to receive the award. The Good Neighbor Award is inspired by Frank Camanzuli and is presented to someone who embodies what it means to be a good neighbor. This award recognizes and celebrates the simple acts of kindness and compassion that help create connected and vibrant neighborhoods. This year, we congratulate Alma Durkin, who is an all-encompassing good neighbor in her new community at Meadows Aurora. Alma joined the community at Meadows of Aurora within the past few years and has been a great neighbor to not only the residents there, but the larger Aurora community. In 2020, at the age of 93 years young, Alma organized a food drive in her neighborhood. She created a flyer and had a neighbor help distribute these flyers around the community. She contacted the Aurora Food Pantry and found out what was urgently and most needed. Alma, I apologize. And gentlemen, is that okay? Thank you. Oh, no. So I made it this far without a major mishap. It's pretty good, right? It's because I'm Italian. I've been trying to keep my hands at my side, but I got so excited by Alma and her volunteer efforts. Alma's food drive successfully brought the neighbors together and resulted in a large donation of food to the Aurora Food Pantry. This year, Alma decided to create a new fundraiser for the Heart and Stroke Foundation. In honor of Valentine's Day, she knitted hearts and sold them in her neighborhood. This created a wonderful buzz in the Meadows and brought people together. She also continues to create smiles and welcomes all those who are in her presence. Her efforts and kindness exemplify what a good neighbor is. Let's turn our attention to the screens and hear from Alma.
Recently, I've done quite a few days of crocheting, and Valentine's Day was coming up. So I decided to crochet hearts, and I thought of the slogan, and it was "Have a Heart." They were the Heart and Stroke. They supported Heart and Stroke, and eventually, out of my fingers, which I cannot believe it, I made a lot of them because they kept asking for them. And in the end, it was almost $600 that just went to Heart and Stroke alone. So that was really nice. I don't really consider myself to be a good neighbor, but evidently everybody does. You have to kind of just be aware of people, I guess, and when you see a need, you can sort of think of something to do. Oh, it's really special to be out of all of Aurora. I couldn't believe it. I mean, all of Aurora, and I can't believe it.
I'd like to ask Councillor Humphreys to please come forward and present Alma with the Good Neighbor Award. Our next award is the Community Safety Award. And this award is presented to an individual dedicated to the development, promotion, or support of an initiative that improves community safety. This award recognizes that safer communities only happen when individuals take action to make a difference. And this year, we are recognizing Judy Brunton for her advocacy and support for the vulnerable population in our communities. Judy learned of the Canadian Mental Health Association actually by accident when she was trying to find an organization to fundraise for. She was looking for one that particularly held a cycling event, as her child at the time was 7 and rode his bike everywhere. She found this event with the Canadian Mental Health Association, and it was a comfortable fit, as in addition to the nice bike tie, her sister had also been going through a difficult time experiencing some mental health illnesses. During her first year of fundraising, Judy went all out, and even her son participated in this event by riding 20 kilometers. From 2006 to 2015, Judy has fundraised for Easter Seals. And since 2015, she has dedicated countless hours of her time to help with youth mental health. Whether it is riding for Mental Health in Motion, the fundraiser at the Christmas markets, aligning with businesses, promoting awareness at the street festival, and so much more, Judy has raised over $125,000. And anyone who fundraises knows what a significant number that is. If you happen to see the Moby's bus driving around town, you can thank Judy for her efforts to help keep this mobile health unit engaged in the community. From 2015 to 2019, the Moby's bus helped over 17,000 youth across York and South Simcoe, some of whom were in an acute state of suicide. And through Judy's efforts, she ensures that this bus is on the road, reaching out to youth in need in our community. Supporting CMHA is a love and passion for Judy, and this is abundantly clear when you meet her and understand what she has done for the Canadian Mental Health Association. She is literally protecting and saving lives of youth who otherwise do not have the support, money, or means of seeking help. Judy is a shining and hopeful light on a dark day, and it is such an honor to hear her speak in this video. Please turn your attention to the screens.
Hi, my name is Judy Brunson, and I'm the recipient of the Safety Award. The reason I want to give back to the community is I fundraise for youth mental health. My sister was diagnosed with her first mental illness when she was a youth, and she got amazing care. And I want the youth of our community to get the same kind of privileges and get all the help they need. So I just want to make them as safe as possible by raising money for programs that will keep them going and keep them happy and safe.
And I'd like to ask Councillor Sandra Humphreys to come forward, and Judy, please come forward to receive the Community Safety Award. The Good Business Award is presented to a business that has shown its commitment to corporate responsibility and community involvement through its ongoing support of charitable causes, events, and programs. This year, we have 2 businesses that have earned this award. The first is Tina's Grill. Tina's Grill, led by Harry Amir and Sam Sabiri and their staff, have been very active in the community since opening in 2019. Tina's Grill has supported the members of the community and beyond. Once a month, Tina's has been feeding 5 families in need who are nominated by the community. Even though all businesses have struggled during COVID, Tina's has found a way to keep in touch with the community, adjusted to the changing conditions and limitations, and still found ways to give back and help as needed. Tina's Grill has answered the call for hygiene products like shampoo, conditioner, body lotions, toothbrushes, and more for patients at Southlake, and has collected several boxes of items from their patrons. Most recently, they also ran a collection of blankets, sleeping bags, clothes, and medical supplies to support the refugees of the conflict in Ukraine, and provided hundreds of bags and boxes, which were gathered at their restaurant and then shipped out to those in need. Tina's Grill also sponsors sports teams like the Aurora Tigers U9, I think that's under 9, AA team. Tina's Grill helps bring the community together in support of others in need. Let's turn our attention to the screens where we'll hear from Sam on his appreciation for this award.
Everyone, I'm Sam. This is my dad, my mom. We own and operate Tina's Grill in Aurora. We got nominated for the Good Business Award, and we can't thank the community enough for all the ongoing support. This community has been a big giant family to us, and to get nominated for this award really truly means a lot to us. We can't thank you enough from the bottom of our heart. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it.
And it's not in the script, but have you had their chicken wings, right? Yeah. They already know what to do. Congratulations to Tina's Grill. And our second recipient of the Good Business Award is presented to Toppers Pizza Aurora. Deepak and his wife Sheetal are the owners of Toppers Pizza Aurora. While they themselves have suffered hardships with their business throughout the pandemic, they have still managed to give back to the community in a variety of ways. They have supported marquee theatrical productions, local sports teams, grocery store employees in need, the welcome table, and more. They are always willing to step up to the plate when they see a need. They are also incredibly supportive of other restaurants in the community, offering positive reviews on social media and fostering a supportive and friendly environment. Toppers Pizza Aurora, despite the pandemic, continues to show their commitment to the community, local businesses, as well as local heroes. Let's hear from Deepak on why he helps give back in Aurora.
I'm receiving a Good Business Award from Town of Aurora. It means a lot to me and my family, actually. Whenever I give back, I don't expect anything back from whatever I give. We have partnered with many non-profit organizations in town. So we are partnering with Aurora Food Pantry. So we have set up our station in our store. There's a little station so everyone can bring in their donation. I would like to thank the town for Good Business Award because it will motivate me as well. It will motivate others around me and people in our community to do better for everyone.
I'd like to ask Councillor Humphreys and Deepak Please come forward to receive your award. And I mentioned the chicken wings, but I would be remiss if I didn't say the pizza. Thank you both for keeping me fed during the pandemic. Our next award is the Inclusivity Award. This award is presented to an individual, group, or business who has contributed to making the town of Aurora a more accessible and inclusive place to live, work, and play for all people. This year, the Inclusivity Award is being presented to the Aurora Black community. The Aurora Black community's mission is to create an empowering environment that provides a connecting bridge for multiculturalism in Aurora through music, food, events, and educational resources. This organization takes pride in providing a safe place for Aurorans to feel welcome to express their perspectives and ideas in acceptance of all cultures. They have been very active with hosting many wonderful events in town, which bring our residents together. In celebration of Black History Month, they hosted an interactive and creative Black History Month Paint and Write Night, a Diversity on the Ice event to promote more diversity in sports, and an extensive virtual program celebrating Black history, February and forever. The Aurora Black community is a great example of what can be done when people work together towards embracing differences through learning, acceptance, respectfulness, harmony, and love. Together, they have demonstrated that anything can be accomplished through positivity, partnership, understanding, respect, and this ultimately creates a sense of belonging, family, friendship, and of course, inclusivity. Let's turn our attentions to the screen to learn more.
Aurora Black Community Association is so humbled and grateful to receive this award of inclusivity from the town. Thank you to the community for nominating us. We know that one hand can't clap, and so our community is a bigger version of our home. And so doing things that brings us together for this whole community to be more inclusive and a place that we know is home, it is essential, and it's something that we'll continue to do with or without an award, because it's what we do as family. And so that's what community is for us. Family and inclusivity is the key component of that.
And I'd like to ask Mayor Marakis to come forward and invite Fiona Durant, Adrian Martin, Shaheen Moldina, Rebecca Murdoch, AJ Martin, Bobby Marshall, Shauna White, and Latoya Reed to please come forward and accept the Inclusivity Award.
Somebody talk smile. We have people on here, right here.
Mr. Mayor, don't get too comfortable. We are moving into our final awards of the evening, and these awards include the Lifetime Achievement Award and the 2022 Citizen of the Year Award. And so I would like to turn the remainder of our evening over to Mayor Marakis to present these awards. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Tom Marakis.
Try not to drop that. I need to move this a little bit there. Well, thank you, Aaron. You did a fantastic job this evening. And as well, thank you for chairing the Community Recognition Awards Committee. And with that being said, I do have a little gift. Before I get into my written speech, I did want to say, you know what, we are truly blessed to have so many volunteers in our community. On behalf of town council, myself, I think, and our whole community, thank you for all of you for strengthening the fabric of our community. Everything that you guys do is what makes our community the great place that it is. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. I would also like to thank the Community Recognition Awards Advisory Committee for all their contributions and for making tonight possible. Given how strong all the nominations were, they did have a challenging task in choosing those being recognized this evening. They really did. Everyone here, as I mentioned, is a phenomenal part of this community. Now, the Lifetime Achievement Award is a new award introduced this year. This award is presented once per term of council by the Office of the Mayor in consultation with a small group of dedicated community volunteers. The award recipient has demonstrated exceptional service and passion for the community. Rather than for a single contribution, their contributions to the community have been made over a significant number of years with lasting impact. Rosalind Gonzalez has been an integral part of the volunteer movement in Aurora. Not only has Rosalind given her time, but she has been instrumental in guiding so many volunteers in our community. Rosalind has been a resident of Aurora for over 35 years and has always been an active volunteer in our community, whether it be on parent councils with the Aurora Optimist Club, the Rotary Club of Aurora, the Aurora Chamber of Commerce, the Canadian Cancer Society, and many others. She has sat on and contributed to many of the town's advisory panels throughout the years, sharing her wealth of knowledge regarding the businesses in Aurora. She's also a driving force of tremendous support for Our Lady of Grace Church. And since her retirement, Rosalind actively continues to volunteer on a regular basis throughout the town. You'll regularly see her volunteering with the Rotary Club at events such as Aurora's Rib Fest or working on the food wagon with the Optimist Club. She is the social director of the Probus Club of Aurora and has supported much needed events and items of interest to keep members engaged. She is authentic, enthusiastic, and a caring person who gives her all to everything she does. She's an influencer amongst her peers and supporter of many activities in our community. Her honest and trustworthy advice is well known around the town. Rosalind, congratulations on winning the 2022 Lifetime Achievement Award. Rosalind, as I asked you to come up here, I just want to say a few words more. We're honored to have you as a resident of Aurora. Your passion, dedication, and commitment to making Aurora a wonderful place to live is admirable. You have given so much of your time and energy to our community, and I'd like to sincerely thank you for everything you have done and continue to do for Aurora. Thank you, Rosalind. So the town of Aurora gives special recognition every year to a local citizen who has made exceptional contributions to our community. The Citizen of the Year award has been awarded by the town to many devoted volunteers since 1970. Now, at this time, I would like to acknowledge all the past Citizens of the Year award winners and their extensive contributions to Aurora. Thank you for your dedication to our town, and I hope everyone enjoys this video. Citizen of the Year award exemplifies an individual's commitment, passion, and perseverance to their role of being a volunteer in our local community. Volunteers are the heart of our community. Volunteers help create stability, solidarity, and a sense of pride in their communities. Many of the town's programs, services, and events are supported by volunteers. And our volunteers provide leadership, structure, and motivation. Many of our volunteers are guided by the principles of giving back, helping the less fortunate, and spreading kindness. Tonight, we recognize a volunteer who has an unwavering love for Aurora and is a strong advocate for our local businesses. This volunteer has been an Aurora resident for 23 years and has a long history of running restaurants in York Region. He has a passion for the restaurant industry and co-owns a popular business in town. He's invested in giving back to our community. He provided support to a local family that lost their house to a fire. He used his business as a drop-off location for Christmas toy donations after toys were stolen from the local fire station. He detailed his personal journey of contracting COVID-19 to give others inspiration about the benefits of vaccines and how it saved his life. And without hesitation, he selflessly helped the driver who had suffered a medical condition and lost control of his vehicle. And with the help of others in the community, he was able to help the driver out of the vehicle and to safety. He has reached out to his patrons to generously collect donations for the people of Ukraine, running an incredible and very successful collection campaign. Many of his customers and friends have credited him as being a genuine and caring person who has an incredible sense of community. This year, I'm pleased to announce that the 2022 Citizen of the Year Award goes to Sam Saberi. Sam's compassion, commitment, and unwavering love for Aurora, our business community and residents is inspiring. His upbeat personality and continuous efforts to improve the lives of others have made a positive impact on our community. Sam has a multitude of strong supporters who say that he always sees the good in others, and he embodies the spirit of kindness in our town. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for generously giving your time to Aurora and making our community a better place to live in. You are a dedicated business owner running a successful business, Tina's Grill, that we all truly love. And as we emerge out of the pandemic, your work serves to remind us all the support we can lend each other. By staying positive and setting a good example for your peers, you inspire your customers, our local residents, businesses, and your friends to give back to our community and to do better. So congratulations on being Aurora's 2022 Citizen of the Year. Now those of you that know Sam know he's a big Philadelphia Flyer fan. Now, while I can't appreciate that because we all are Leaf fans and we're always hurting every year, but you were very much hurting this year with your Flyers. But you are a fan, and we have someone that wants to send their congratulations to you, Sam. So everyone, watch. Thank you for everything that you do for the community. Go Flyers. Sam, please come up. One more time, everybody, for Sam. 2022 Citizen of the Year. There we go. So now, before we conclude this portion of the evening, I would like to thank our sponsors, Print Graphics and the Rotary Club of Aurora, for making tonight's ceremony special and memorable. I would also like to once again congratulate all the winners of tonight's awards. Thank you for all your contributions to the town. We wouldn't be the great town we are without you, as I said earlier. And thank you as well to all the nominators who took the time and effort to recognize these important people businesses, and organizations in our community. Now I'll invite all of you, everyone, to join us upstairs for some light reception up on the 3rd floor, Skylight Gallery. And I would also like to ask all the award winners only to remain right here in the council chambers. We're going to do a big group photo. Okay. So everyone else, we'll see you upstairs. Thank you very much.